Yes, it totally limits our perception. And tarot is meant to be experienced. It's a living story. Remember how we just had this beautiful with the cloud here and then with the ground here, and how it was all weaving together and telling a story? And it really works best if you let the cards speak for itself, for themselves. And to do that, you have to open your crown. And we had that, you know, that's the very purpose of this connection, that your crown has been opened. And in that crown, you don't want to just, fuel it as if you were back in school, in the matrix school, and now you fuel the new earth spirituality matrix in your crown, and now you have like, but that's that, and that's that. No, nothing is ever just something, Everything is an open storyline in the tarot. And even during a reading, we were there here with some cards already. During a reading, the meaning of the cards are shifting, because the cards, it's just the alphabet my guides are using to communicate with me. And while I'm speaking, they are showing me, for example, the lilies here, the purity, the solar plexus, mirrored here, right? The cups in the heavens, and here on earth, in the green grass. For some reason, they wanted to say, see, there is green grass. It's on the ground, with one foot on the ground, watering the green grass as well as the emotional body. Same message we got before. Right? Yes, we are watering the emotional body, the eternal self, but also we are watering earth. And this is kind of the infinite cycle. And this is again, and yeah, it's turning, right? See, cards are intelligent, way more intelligent than we are. And we need to allow them to speak. And I myself do have some fire in my chart. And for example, I did horse riding earlier, and I was athletic in my youth. And so I totally understand this energy, how this feels in the body. It feels super, like super. And I also did sailing in my youth. So always like this adventurous energy, expansion. And it feels super to be on this ever unfolding journey. And I know a lot of you are in this ever unfolding journey on social media. And so that's the same. Shadow speaking, right? That's the shame, yeah. And it's a shame actually that we shame others all the time, and that it's always the blaming game. And I don't understand readers at all who sit there to blame someone else. That's not what a reading is for. That's actually abuse of a spiritual tool. I want to say that very clearly. Because it's not and never about blaming someone else. It's always just a mirror of soul. And everything and everyone around you is part of the mirror for your soul, where you can grow your freaking consciousness. And if you are not here to grow your consciousness, then why are you here? For distraction? Then, I don't know. Go do something useful. Go somewhere else, right? Tarot, it's about self-mastery and self-embodiment. And it's not about how can I get them to do what I want. Because that's devil energy too. That's totally unevolved. Wow. I hadn't expected that. I'm sorry if I have offended anybody. I'm just channeling. I can't help. sorry. And yeah, and I know that pain is real, right? Hurt, pain, wounds. But the truth of these connections are that it's right about that. It's right about getting all the shadows back into life. And this is like embodied life. And this is also why we hate that if they do that for other people and with other people, because we, as the divine feminines, want that energy. We want that energy in our garden. Everyone wants, you know, a strong racehorse in their own garden. I don't know, but I certainly wanted that as a kid, right? And I always chose the most fiery horses in the stable too. I mean, real riding it. I mean, real horse riding, right? And because horse is an embodiment of freedom on earth. And this freedom has something very liberating for the mind, I feel. Wow, that's a beautiful channeling. Thank you so much, angels. Yes, I was just tuning in. What was it? You know, what was it in my youth? Why did I love that so much? Because it was my way of escaping all this matrix school limits and all that. You know, the very moment you go in the saddle, you are in tune with your physical body and you merge as one. And this is divine feminine embodiment, you know, the strength card. That's about the being one with the body, and the horses help so much with that. And the divine masculine essence, the very fire you feel burning in your body, this helps you tune back into your body, which is totally gray here because it's under spiritual construction, right? It's in the making, it's in the becoming, in the working, the body. But the spark, the asexual energy, which is flowing, you know, especially in a twin flame connection, twin flames are, spiritually speaking, just the kundalini flames in each human body. Everyone can awaken their kundalini. And we do have two flames there, right? Masculine and feminine. And if you, when you are in a divine connection, then this gets awakened like instantly. And then alchemy is happening. And yeah, you feel that. It's heavy. But I wanted to have another card. Where is it? Doesn't matter. I wanted the 10 of, you know. But we are good. I mean, we are good. We are here. So there's beauty in the fire, I want to say. Beauty in the sense of freedom. It's liberating. Freedom. So if that's a triggering card, then you must ask yourself, two things are possible, right? Where am I taking too much freedom for myself? But I don't think that's the question for most. For most, the question would be, where am I limiting myself and restricting myself and not taking my freedom? Where am I holding myself small, in a cloud, like concealed, like in certain behaviors, like Lilith suppressed, right? Just being the nice Eva, the nice feminine archetype who's always just nice and kind, toxic, always being nice and kind, because here we are speaking about truth. The trumpets are awakening the truth, right? Someone is freaking out here again. So it's all about taking space. And this is an internal process. We are moving towards another shore where we want to live on this huge land with the green grass, and it's all ours to thrive, right? And yes, you deserve that. You deserve that. It's not only, wow, now they are showing me, you know, oh, that's cruel, I feel. Like how it is, since actually, yes, you're right. Okay, so they are so right. Since, I don't know, 8,000 years or something, we live in these areas where it's all behind the fence, you know, and how we even say, yeah, they want to go with you the whole 9 yards. They want to have it all with you, like the whole 9 yards with a white fenced, you know, fence, right? And that's, isn't that still for a totally free spirit, a little bit fenced? And most and foremost, they are saying, wow, like the divine feminine, that's not divine feminine, by the way, but the feminine thinks, expects that it's the man who must bring them the ground and then allow them to plant their flowers, like in this limited space, which was given to them because of, I don't know, a marriage contract or whatever, you know. And this is all very conditional. And this is one distortion on earth we are here to shatter into pieces, because it's just since 8,000 years or so, since we are settling, since we are, you know, since they aren't hunting anymore. And because when they were out hunting, having their adventures all the time, they're really, you know, heavy adventures. And oh, what do we have here? The moon? Moon and Cancer. Yeah, sweet. So this just came out like totally on, you know, just on its own here. Unrecognized, yeah. But yeah, divine feminine energy, right? Essence. Moon and Cancer. Nice, nice, nice. Oops, I'm sorry. And now we do have North Node. The moon just switched itself to the North Node. Wow. And you know, Cancer, that's the true self's home, like soul's deepest area, divine feminine, the womb we are protecting. And then North Node, yes, that can only be addressed, developed, pursued. You need to become that one, pursuing your North Node. That's the guidance. If you do hate this card, then the question for you is, what's holding you back? Are you really waiting for someone else to buy you a house, to put a fence around your place, and then to be there and plant some flowers, and then that's it? That's it? Do you really want to limit yourself to being the nice little Eva from a rib, from Adam? Or do you rather want to be a divine force yourself? Like, get the Lilith out. Become the full, true self you are. Like, embody it. And then create your own home. And your own mission, and your own landscape even. You're a freaking angel. You can do that. You can manifest whatever you want. But if you just sit there and say, well, when are they coming? And when they come, will they come with their apology? And will they give me commitment? And that's so ridiculous, because they don't even know you on the 3D level. So of course they are not giving you anything. Why should they? Why should they? That's what you want from daddy, if that's what you are waiting for. That's literally a father wound, waiting for someone to give you this beautiful house you always dreamed of as a kid. That's the same when, you know, guys, instead of dreaming for their best life, which means I want to find my best purpose, my best work, and then do it all day. Instead of that, guys would dream of, you know, winning the lottery, Because then, you know, they are something. They have everything, like they have everything to show off, but they haven't to move their behind, right? But that's, of course, toxic also. And it's the same toxicity in the female collective when it's about sitting and waiting around for someone else to come and give it to you, because that's not being an adult. That's not being an earth angel. An earth angel is, of course, able to create life for oneself and for the future. And surely for a better future. And surely we don't want to feed and fuel our better future coming from childhood wounds. So, the only thing I want you to wish for is to step into your own fire horse energy, please. Like fully embody the own fire horse energy. And I don't mean that in a negative, you know, sense. Like only go out there and pursue green grass of others. Of course, you know, as a divine feminine energy, we understand that the purpose of a divine mother and a divine father is to create a land. That's, you know, emperor energy means we take the 4 pillars of creation, the 4 archangels, like our strength, our truth, and all that, right? And build a space within that, like heavenly space. This is creating 5D or 7D, or this is creating outside the matrix. And what is outside the matrix? That's everything what's in your heart. And this isn't in your heart anyways. This is more in your mind. This is totally coming from subconscious wounds. And you can use affirmations, like positive affirmations, to overwrite these negative wounds. And I think that's a good guidance right now. If I have touched on wounds, I mean not I, please understand, it's not me coming for you. It's these nice guides here who totally want to detach yourself from this very toxic love within yourself. Not the toxic love around you, because only if you have detached from the toxic love within yourself, only then, like the truth must pierce through here, right? Totally. And only then you can hold your power. Like to hold the cup, right? Upright even. The thought is like, yes, we are holding the cup upright now. We are not like, oh yeah, so now I'm scrolling a little bit here and there, and I think I resonate with that, but I also resonate with that. And now I do, I don't know, I do everything and nothing. So that's not helping. We need to really hold the cup like steady upright. Like that's me, that's my frequency, my core frequency is speaking here. I'm this. And I stand in my power and I command my frequency to create my world now. Because my frequency is cleared. And that's what you're supposed to do, by the way. That's the guidance how we can move forward. If we really, and that's why we needed to go through that, right? And this is why these divine counterparts are here. It's meant to be like that. This cup, this divine love cup, it's literally too big to hold. He cannot, and you cannot. It's too big to hold because the divine feminine couldn't hold their boundaries, hadn't enough discernment and awareness ready, right, to understand where boundaries were necessary. We just saw that when they were overrode, right? Oops. And then we understood, yeah, this could only happen because I hadn't these boundaries, because I was trusting in what I was feeling. And yes, that's good, because through that, and it's all good, see what I mean? It's all good. Because you have trusted your intuition, now you have the strong connection to the divine. And also, because he lost the cup, or you lost the cup, or, you know, the cup just got lost, right? And then it poured into the underworld, and then it started smelling there. And then you literally had to dig it out, right? And now you have digged it all out. Your truth is there. And literally there are 6 figures on the judgment card here. Like 6 thoughts, right? 6 truths. And now you can see it clearly, like all your childhood wounds are clear now. Sacral chakra healing, sacral chakra healing. Truth, right? Work with colors. And then if you have your truth cleared, of course, then you know, okay, because I'm raised like that, because I'm programmed to be always kind, I have to learn to say no. We do have the yes and no here, because we do have the yes and no question. I kind of think we don't even need that, because it's just about yes and no. It's both valid. It's both valid. And a no does not mean like, I don't like you, or you're a bad person. No, no, no. A no just means, no, sorry, today I'm doing something else. No, sorry, I'm already busy. No, sorry, I have a passion project, you know, and I'm just totally busy. I have even no time to chat, because actually I don't like chatting so much all the time, because, you know, that's just, you know, chatting, that's just someone getting free access to your source. So don't do that so much. And rather, you know, it's kind of traditional dating guidance. Rather, someone should come forward in this energy. And, you know, that's why it's also interesting why this card came out as not liked, because usually, you know, like traditionally, a divine feminine should want that someone comes for her, like, but for her, of course, right? And not running around everywhere. So this guy must be, or this energy, I want to say, must be directed. And then, of course, that then evolved state is then the King of Wands, which comes through the experience of the Queen of Wands, which is the full embodiment and self-confidence. And it's, you know, it's always a growing process. And so if you struggle with your divine counterpart being more in the shadow side of that, then just know they haven't yet stepped into their sun area. And wait, where do we have the, we don't need the Queen of Wands. Can we get her? Yeah, we can. Okay. So again with the Justice. I love that so much. So that's the truth they are saying, right? It was sticking there. So they need to come into their own truth. And with they, that's also you, because it's all mirroring. And this is, if we are on the divine masculine side, that's you in your, how you show up in the world. So, sweet little empath evolves into that. Wow, how is that even possible? How can someone so sweet and kind go through such a transformation and become that powerful angelic force, like a divine force? I mean, can you see that? And this is literally the truth you are holding now. So we do have 3 crowns, And one harnish, it's called, I guess, with the feathers here, like red angel feathers again. And the red horse here, very much root chakra, right? Life bringing. But he's riding through the desert, if you see. But there are the pyramids also. So it's very divine. Divine masculine alignment. And that leads to divine masculine alignment. You know, we go through the archetypes. This leads to divine flame embodiment. And the Queen of Wands, that's the internal energy of having the divine flame embodied. And see, she is, I mean, this archetype is lit. It's no gender. This is not even a person. And this is higher energy. This is also not human. So, and this is a gatekeeper of the underworld, because this is sealed now here. Because we have worked through the shadows. See? I love this reading. Because the whole water thing here was really, and it was needed there. It was needed. The love, the divine love, was needed in the underworld. So you descended here to dig something out, right? And we did have that, and now we do have the pyramids here also. And see, she can be seen as Isis, and Isis is just in ancient Egypt the embodiment of the divine feminine energy. So isn't that beautiful? Like beautiful, strong you? Wow. Also again the crown. So it's totally, and here the crown is the dove. Divine feminine, Christ consciousness, the even cross. The union, holding it together. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. So wonderful. So I feel we do want to just end it here, because I think it's clear. It's clear that the beauty of the purpose of the connection is to get the underworld revived, but also the shadow realm sealed, because demonic energies are, you know, it's sealed. And this is the difference here. Like, they don't know even what they are holding in their hand there, but she knows. And she totally has the stuff here in the middle, which is always a good sign about the balance, you know, heaven and the underworld. It's unbalanced. And she is, as I said, lit. Solar plexus, divine truth, and ancient. It's all merging. Like, and here we do have a spirit guide guiding you. But the sword, and now we do have one sword here. So this is Michael, right? Ooh. Oh, I have angel bumps again. Ooh. So yeah. Wow, thank you, Michael. That's really a cool reading. I'm happy I did that. And yeah, maybe I'm allowed to work on my homepage now a little bit. And if you do need a personal reading, of course, you know, you can contact me and you can read about who I am in the bias, because as I said, it's important. And I hope I didn't, you know, offended anybody too much, but you really have to if you read tarot yourself. And also if you listen to readings, just first thing for you, the most important thing is really understand and recognize what's triggering. Because when you feel a trigger, then you need to go there to transform it. Ooh, the deck split and the Empress came out. Yes. Death and Empress want to... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Have you seen that? Wow. This is underneath the Emperor. If you just had a question, it's answered. And what we see also through here, it's lit. It's lit. And there is something. I want to look because that's how my guides are communicating with me all the time. The decks just... See, now the truth is coming. Huh. Huh. And paradise is growing. Like suddenly we do have big trees and not only grass. Wow. Like eternal, like evergreen trees blossoming in the garden. But she has been in the underworld. She has pomegranate there. So it's Demeter, right? It's... And yeah. So let me just see what we do have underneath that. Ooh, that's nice. So King of Pentacles energy we do have. We do have also this yellow, which is of course the Lovers. We do have these pentacles here. And we do have this. So, oh goodness. Oh, interesting. And there's a little sword peeking through. Makes sense, right? So, this is faded, yes. This connection is faded, and it was also faded. Haha, here we go again. So if you wanted to know if this is really the truth, what we are speaking about, yes, and it's totally confirmed. Totally. We do have an Emperor hit and lit by divine truth. And there he comes, working on his pentacles. And we do have an Empress who has been through the underworld and who is embodying divine truth. And she is literally, you know, death is also an aspect of divine feminine energy. It's Mother Earth energy. So totally same, right? It's super cool. And it's the whole process. And here we go again. And yes, this is necessary to heal, but this is also necessary if you just... Yes, that's what I wanted to say. This is necessary to come to that state. I love that. This deck is very talkative today. I mean, this whole reading, I mean, it captured me, right? So yes, they want to say yes. So this was necessary as well as this was necessary. I mentioned that card before because this is before that, right? We need to give to what we have neglected. And this is an internal card. Again, I want to say, again, the Six of Pentacles, it's an internal card, yin. This is something happening within yourself. Within yourself. Same as the Two of Wands we had before were happening within yourself. Finding the balance between divine feminine and masculine to then move forward and create. The third flame is the creation, the divine child. Right? And then when we have created, of course, the whole sea is lit. It's bathing in divine truth there. And it's full of ships, of course. And that's not what's coming towards you. No, no, no. That's what you are creating. Creating. It's a process. And the Pentacles also, that's not what's coming towards you. That's what you are creating. And you create from your own inner knowing, from your own skills, from your own talents, from your own knowing of worthiness even. So anybody can create an empire just from self. Just from anybody has a purpose, right? Anyone, really, anyone has a purpose, and anyone has learned something also in past lives, and especially, of course, the collective that's tuning in has a lot of skills already here learned in past lives. And so if you are drawn to tarot, yes, then you have maybe, for sure, I want to say, worked with tarot before in some shape or form, or whatever it is what you are working with. You know, if you are drawn to healing or cooking, I'm hearing, creating safe environments, creating, like I'm seeing visions of a cafe or something with, you know, nice food, and I don't know, whatever it is, I mean, that's up to you, but I mean, they for sure are hungry, they for sure are lacking. And so this is, of course, you know, what we are feeding here into. And this is what justice is about also, of course. To move this connection forward, we must be totally just. And we must totally take accountability, both sides. If heartbreak has happened, we must ask, why did we allow that for someone to go so close in? And how does it come that we have externalized so much of our happiness? That's the real question there. Why did we have externalized? Because this is also an internal energy. You must create this energy within. That's your freaking happiness. Cancer energy. Protect your home space for soul, right? It's home of the soul. Yeah, but no one has the power to give you pain, only if you allow them. And that's the whole thing with sovereignty. And always where you see the yellow on the card, this is about becoming sovereign. Like, this is divine love, yes. And they used all the gold to stress that and to, you know, make even the body infinite. Infinite body. So also the whole alchemical process with lead to gold, this is, and the, you know, the yeah, you know, eternal youth and all that, and tuning into the eternal self, tuning into the consciousness, the higher consciousness, and soul, and all these pentacles. A pentacle always speaks about, yes, what's on earth, what's materialized, but what is materialized here, you chose that, coming from the higher realms, and you chose your incarnation, and you chose your limits on this earth. Ooh, because you wanted to heal them. Ooh, of course, you know, there's someone else here. Oh, yes, there's someone else. So you chose that. Wow, just how I said that, right? There's someone else here. Yes, indeed, there is someone else, I guess. In this whole reading, all the time, there is someone else. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. But this also is an internal energy first. Ooh. Equal give and take. Equal responsibility. Equal, you know what I mean? And here you do see the twin flames, the kundalinis, and at each chakra level, it's another lesson, it's another theme. You see, the root chakra, that's about this crazy freaking joy we had here with the horse, you know. It's this, and this is also root chakra energy. It's blossoming, it's opening, it's manifesting, it's creating. But yes, it needs to be safe. And the sacral chakra, that's all about this safe space, the womb and all that. And then the Empress, that's third chakra, that's literally, you know, birthing from core. The higher self comes through there, the true inner child is being birthed there. And then in the heart space, that's the emperor, that's the heart space, that's the 4 pillars of creation, that's the realm, what we can hold, where it's kind of our laws in it, and it's divine laws, because it comes from the heart. And that's what creating New Earth is. It is not buying a house in the matrix and then kind of, adapting to what is around. No, it's about totally manifesting your own, and like space. And the space, that's not only, what you see in the physical realm, but the space, that's how you interact, with whom do you speak even, what do you allow to happen in your space. And yeah, I love how we now all of a sudden have 5D. So yeah, 5D is kind of the attunement, right? And this pentacle is bringing down here. And see, this is also, on this earthly realm, we can pick up on the suffering, we can pick up on wounds. Oh, my manifestation deck, thank you. We didn't follow through there. Though we had these beautiful cards, right? Now we do had this, okay, I need to read that again. So this card about the root healing, which we need underneath here, right? We need that totally. We see that this is healing here all day long, right? All the time healing. So it says, healing the roots, right? And then it says, oh wait, my eyesight is a little bit sorry. Your feet connect you to your ancestors. Is there anything that needs to be healed? The soul speaks through the body. Injuries tell history. And it's a word game there, so also injuries tell his story, like the body's story. So yes, injuries tell history, right? The story of the body, of the soul. And when you incarnate, and love that star, healing. Some healing is given here. And what's that? Yes. So these two cards wanted to come through with the star. So we are healing that, right? That. And see, the star is beautiful naked, just as in the judgment card, because it's all about, and we are healing those two things. Interesting. Yes. Like 10 of wands, bringing them home to the castle. It's like we had 10, 10, 10 already, so now we have 10, 10, 10, 10. It's totally, bringing it all to fulfillment, bringing it all, yeah, beautiful. I mean, it really is a powerful message, right? It's so beautiful. And this is another card I like to speak about in terms of projection, because it's not someone that's totally overburdened and totally mistreated. No, it's someone who's bringing his full day's work, like full life's work, like full multiple soul life's work, incarnations work, purpose work, home to his castle. And he's totally immersed in that. And for sure he can do that. He does not look mistreated at all. He looks powerful and stable. And the work itself stabilizes him because he is in alignment with his actions, like totally. And he goes home to his beautiful place. And there he needs that to build, because he can build not only 4 of Pentacles, but actually he can build for others too. And that's what purpose work is. You create so much that you can also give purpose to others. See, the whole ocean is lit. There are many ships, not only yours. It's about multiple souls. And a strong being as you are, you can surely provide space for a lot of people. And I don't mean like, you know, creating shelter for homeless people, but that's of course a good thing to do if you want to do something humanitarian. But you can also give people purpose and share work. It's great to be a successful person who's able to share work, to have extra work to give away, to give and sustain others too. That's great, right? So nothing wrong with the suit of fire and being able to do great work. You are. I mean, clearly. I mean, who else, right? The Empress. Okay. So, interesting. And also what that's saying is this is really incarnations. I feel like you've worked on that for lifetimes, like you did. With that soul card here and the star, that's totally saying that. So you worked on that for lifetimes. Are we still? It has shifted to Aquarius, right? As I was putting it down, and it made the sound to make itself known. And we also see, I mean, I am seeing Libra and Piscean energy. So Aquarius, Libra, Piscean. Contracts, higher love, Christ consciousness, and of course ascension. Wow, like rebuilding. So now, next card of my deck, we had fame, fate, and fortune. Life circumstances often take things away, including people, from us, so that we can show life who we truly are. That's the whole process, right? This whole beautiful process. Yes, it hurt, but you showed who you truly are, and you worked on yourself, and now you freaking know who you are, and you are the Empress, embodied divine feminine. So at the beginning of the connection, you were tuning into that. Crown was opening, truth receiving, bit by bit, right? Downloaded bit by bit. And now you are fully embodied, realized. Like, I'm speaking to a collective who has realized themselves, and I'm getting angel bumps. Wow, that's so the truth. I mean, you see that. And you see how this reading took over, right? I totally not even asked what I wanted to ask. It just happened. So you showed life who you truly are. Like, you showed the matrix who the F you are. And also you showed it your divine counterpart, I want to say. They know now. Nothing can take away your integrity. Yes, no one and nothing can compromise you. You have hold on to your truth. Because if you know, you know. And then there is no way escaping. If you know, also with the counterparts, right? If you know that's your counterpart, then even if it's just laying on the ground and not moving and not getting you anything, it looks like fallen, like totally fallen. This life, maybe, lowest timeline, You think it was all lost. You think it was all, see, can you see it? Yes. Like this storyline here. But still, even in the underworld, you could feel the divine love pouring through it all. And the ground is even lit here. How beautiful is that unfolding? And now, see, and now the ocean is lit. It's all, wow. It was all flooded and now it's all lit. I can't anymore. So your integrity. And integrity is what holds the space, because that's willpower, that's boundaries. And from both sides, people must be able to protect something as beautiful as that. It wants to go there. Because your integrity, that's your higher, you know? That's the justice you bring. So now I have this card, which is interesting. It is about sisterhood. Sister support. So that's us, right? That's us supporting ourselves here. You will find a safe space for yourself, yes. Your soul family on the other side is working on it right now. Meanwhile, send your blessings out to a soul sister. And that's a beautiful card to just remind us how totally potent prayer is and how it is easier sometimes on earth to have a mirror, to have someone to project it on. So I see that also with readings a lot, you know. I mean, this reading is helping me as much as it helps you. Because the words I'm forced to speak and let through, they are creating prayer. They are creating all this lit space. And I know tomorrow when I wake up, I will feel different and I will feel, you know, again, a little bit stretched because I also have received the message. And that's just how Earth works. All what we project out, it's an internal process. I mean, again, internal energy, by the way, right? Yeah. So, but yeah, so the angels on the other side, they are preparing. That's literally, you are safe, you are held. And the turquoise here, is prayer. So this is an encouragement to pray, literally, to wish, to pray. And to wish for everyone the best. So let's do that. So I wish you the best. I wish you the best outcome. Like for the two of you. And for the whole collective, of course. For Earth. And for all that is. And we must be aware how important that is. To really, truly support ourselves. Because it's all woven together. And it's for all of us this greatest good, right? No competition, no jealousy, right? This is distorted feminine energy, and only if we feel limited, if you feel free and expanded, if you are truly in divine feminine essence, you just do not feel competition at all, because that's a divine masculine and especially a distorted masculine trait, right? And yeah, and I do have a narcissistic mother, and she was in that energy, competition energy. And so, and I totally could see that she was like a tyrannic father more in the family. And my father, he was a total divine feminine, a serious starseed actually. And so I have a super healthy mother energy in my life, but coming from my father. But I also have observed very clearly, because I was supported through the process, through my, through my father, I could, I could handle this shaking because I was held. And that's relevant for this reading because, yes, we could handle that because we were held. And what held us here was this connection. Sirius just came through, right? Sirius, starseed, Isis here, the pyramids. Yes, we are, and here, I mean, hello, I just read it, right? Soul family on the other side is helping stars here. Yes, of course. That's your soul family. Whoever star system is resonating with you. By the way, I do galactic readings also, galactic astrology. And you don't have just one, you know, heritage or home, but we do travel a lot and embody a lot of lifetimes. And it's super interesting to see not only where you come from, but in which cycles, or like literally soul contracts, like even karmic contracts, which soul groups are supporting you. Like you work with the Lyrans on that very topic, you know, and you work with the Syrians on another topic. And I do galactic readings in that sense. Just wanted to put that out there real quick, okay? Because I also want to share what I work through. Like what I have discovered for myself, like internally worked myself through, what got me through my journey. Of course, now I can share that, of course. And yeah, to support, of course, right? And I only share what I really, really, really feel is just best.